Good morning, children. We have come to the last part of the chapter 3, linear pair of equations, right? In that, problems of 3.6 and 3.7 is left out. So exercise 3.6, second question, there are 3 problems which are given to you. So we will take up those problems now. The first question says, Ritu can row downstream 20 km in 2 hours and upstream 4 km in 2 hours. Find her speed of rowing in still water as well as speed of current. So here 2 things are to be supposed. Speed of rowing in still water. Let us assume that speed to be x kilometers per hour and speed of the water current to be y kilometers per hour. Now this sum is based on science. Speed is distance upon time. That formula is used over here. Where this is the distance, this is the time, and speed you have assumed. Okay? So, how will you work out? Here. The speed of the boat in still water be x kilometers per hour. Speed of the stream be y kilometers per hour. Now the person is travelling upstream. Upstream means against the current. So when you go against this current, your speed totally decreases. X minus y. So you might ask, why not y minus x? Usually, the speed of the boat will always be greater than the speed of the stream. Is that point clear? This is mechanized and this is natural. So therefore, here we are assuming speed of boat is greater than the stream. Therefore, x minus y, the speed reduces when you are going up the stream, that is against the water current. When you are moving down the stream, your total speed will be more. That means the current will assist you. Water current will help you. So x plus y will be the speed. So now the formula, as I told you, distance upon time. Speed is x plus y if you are moving downstream, and the statement given to you is downstream you are covering 20 km in 2 hours. So downstream total speed, distance upon time. Cross multiply, you will get 2 into x plus y is 20. Take out 2 common, x plus y is 10. When you are moving upstream, okay, when you are moving upstream, what will happen? The total speed is x minus y. And the statement given in the text is upstream 4 km in 2 hours. So just as we have written like this, we can write x minus y is 4 upon 2. That is 2 into x minus y is 4. The second equation. 2 common, x minus y is 2. Both the equations are there with you. Now you can solve it either by elimination or substitution method. Is that point clear? We have come to the last part of the chapter. So now I have not solved any of the equations in this particular section. I have just given you the equations, how the equations are obtained, that I have explained. From here onwards, it is simple solving by either elimination or substitution method. Okay. The next sum which is given to you is 2 women and 5 men are doing an embroidery work and they are completing it in 4 days. While 3 women and 6 men, they can together complete in 3 days. You have to find the time taken by 1 woman alone to do the work and 1 man alone to do the work. So your supposition over here is a timing by 1 woman and 1 man. So we will assume that the time taken by, the number of days taken by the woman and the man be x and y days respectively. Means woman is taking x day to complete one work and man is taking y day to complete one work. Okay, we are assuming like that. So work done by 1 woman in 1 day. If x day she is completing the work, then in 1 day she will do 1 upon x work. Same way, if y days are taken by men, then in 1 day the man will complete 1 by y work. Now how many men and how many women are there? 2 women and 5 men. They are doing in 4 days. So 2 women totally will complete 2 upon x work. 5 men will complete 5 upon y work. Together, this work together they are completing in how many days? 4 days. So 1 upon 4. Clear? This is 1 day's work they are giving you. So 4 days means 4 will be multiplied with this, or you transfer 4 onto the other side. This will be your first equation. Understood? Second equation, similarly they have said 3 men and 3 women. 3 women and 6 men completing in 3 days. So 3 women, 3 by x work will be done. 6 men, x 6 by y work will be done. Together in 1 day. So 3 days may 3 into this complete bracket, or that 3 will be brought on the other side, 1 by 3. Now this type of sum, can you recollect where have you come across it? Yes, in the same exercise 3.6, question number 1, you have come across this type of sums. So you will solve by that method. Means you will assume 1 upon x to be a, 1 upon y to be b, and then solve by either elimination or substitution, or as I have explained in the question 1 format. Is it point clear or not? Once you get a and b value, again substitute in this particular equation and statement and get the x and y part. Understood the sum? Next. Ruhi is traveling 300 km to her home and she is moving by 2 transport ways. One is by train, the other one by bus. Means half of the journey by train and the remaining part by bus. She is taking total 4 hours if she is traveling 60 km by train and remaining by bus. Okay? And if she travels 100 km by train and remaining by bus, then she is taking 10 minutes longer. Now see. If she travels 60 km by train, out of 300 km left out is 240 km by bus. Second situation, if she travels 100 km by train, then 200 km she is travelling by bus. Did you understand or not? That calculation is to be shown. Secondly, first time she is taking 4 hours to reach. Second time she is taking 10 minutes longer, means 4 hours and 10 minutes. That has to be converted into hours. So let us see how will we do the sum. Here you are having, let the speed of the train and the speed of the bus be respectively x kilometers and y kilometers per hour. Okay. The first thing given to you, I told you, is 60 km by train and remaining by bus. So remaining by bus means you have to write and show that 300 minus 60 is 240 is remaining. So 60 km by train, distance upon speed will be time. If speed is distance upon time, then distance upon speed will be time. So this will be time taken by the train. This will be time taken by the bus, 240 km upon y. Clear? Distance upon speed. Total how many hours? 4 hours. Now you take out 4 common, so 15 upon x, 60 upon y is 1. First equation. Second time we are saying 100 km by train. That means 300 minus 100 will be 200 by bus. So distance upon speed will be equal to now 10 minutes more than the previous case. Previous case 4 hours, now 4 hours 10 minutes, that will totally become 250 minutes. And 250 minutes if you divide by 60, it will become hour. That is 25 by 6. So your second equation will be like this. And out of that 25 comes out common. So 4 by x, 8 by y is 1 by 6. 2 equations are with you now. Suppose 1 upon x to be a and 1 upon y to be b, and solve as I have explained in 3.6 first time. Clear or not? Once you get a and b value, you will get x and y if you put in this part. So with that, 3.6 exercise problems are over. Now we move on to 3.7 time. Okay, 3.7 exercise actually is an optional one, but still I'll explain how the sums over here also. There are 2 friends, Ani and Biju, and their age is differing by 3 years. Okay. Ani's father Dharam is twice as old as Ani, and Biju is twice as old as sister Kathy. The ages of Kathy and Dharam differ by 30 years. Find the ages of Ani and Biju. Is that point clear? So first thing, you have to assume the ages of Ani and Biju because that is asked. So one of them if you assume to be x, the other one will be y. Now their ages are differing, but we don't know who is elder. Ani badi hai ya Biju? We don't know. So you'll have 2 different cases over here. First case, let Ani be elder to Biju, and second case, Ani is younger to Biju. Is that point clear? Now Ani's father is Dharam and Biju's sister is Kathy. So one thing is clear, Kathy, Biju and Ani, all 3 are small children, or all 3 are younger generation, and Dharam is an elder generation. So Dharam's age will be greater because ages of Kathy and Dharam differ, they are saying. So here it will be Dharam minus Kathy, because Kathy will always be younger, because Kathy is Biju's sister and Biju and Ani are 2 friends. Did you understand this entire situation? Okay, so now let us work it out. Difference between ages of Biju and Ani is 3 years. So let Ani be x years and Biju be y years. So age of Ani's father Dharam will be twice x, because what is the statement given in the text? Ani's father Dharam is twice as old as Ani. Ani's father Dharam is twice as old as Ani. Ani is x and Ani's father is twice as old as Ani, means twice x. So this is father's age, Dharam's age. Now Biju's age is mentioned in the text. is twice as old as Kathy. Biju is twice as old as sister Kathy, or Kathy is half the age of Biju. Can I say? Biju is twice as old as Kathy, means Kathy is half the age of Biju. So Biju's sister's age will be Biju's age by 2, half the age of Biju. So Dharam's age, Kathy's age. Okay. First case you take is Ani is older than Biju. Ani is older means x is greater than y. So x minus y is 3. First equation. Second equation will be the difference between age of Dharam and Kathy is 30. This is Dharam's age here. This is Kathy's age here. Dharam and Kathy's age difference is 30. So if you solve it, 4x minus y is 60. That is the second equation. Now you solve this equation by elimination. You will get x and y value. Then you have to consider a second situation where Ani is younger. Younger means in that case your equation will become y minus x is 3. पहला equation क्या हो जाएगा? Y minus x is 3, but second equation will remain the same only. Is that point clear or not? And then you solve this particular sum. Okay. So that was question number first of 3.7 exercise. Clear till here? Okay. Now we move on to the next one. The second question over here says, okay, second question in case of 3.7. One friend is saying, give me 100 friend. So we come to know their friend because he's saying, give me 100 friend. I shall then become twice as rich as you. If you give me 100, I will become rich as you, twice as rich as you. So the other one is replying, if you give me 10, I shall be 6 times as rich as you. Tell me what is the amount of their respective capital. Capital means their amount. Kitna amount dono ke paas tha. So here we will assume the amount which are present in both their cases. So here the first one will be let the amount each one have be rupees x and rupees y. Okay. So first statement is saying, means suppose this fellow with x is saying, you give me 100, then I will be twice as rich as you. So x is getting 100. Matlab y se 100 gaya. So when x gets 100, from y you will have to remove 100. And now the amount of x will become twice as the amount with the other fellow. So amount with other fellow will be y minus 100. Or x ke paas x plus 100 ho jayega. So this amount will be twice the other amount. So this will be the equation. Open it up. X plus 100 will be 2y. Okay. 2y minus 200. X minus 2y will be minus 300. First equation. Second situation is the other fellow. That means the y fellow is saying that if you give me 10 rupees. So y will get 10. X will be losing 10. In that case, the amount which the y will have will be 6 times the amount the other fellow has. This is the amount with the other fellow. So amount with the person having y will be equal to 6 times the other person's amount. This will be the situation. Open it up. 6x minus 60 will be y plus 10. 6x minus y will be 70. Two equations are with you now. Now we can solve it and get x and y value either by elimination or by substitution method. समझ आ गई? Next sum. A train is covering a certain distance at uniform speed. If the train would have been traveling 10 km faster, means जो speed से जा रही है, if it travels a little more faster than that is 10 km per hour faster than the usual speed, then it will take 2 hours less than the scheduled time. जो निर्धारित समय है, it will take lesser than that. But if the train is slow, 10 km slow if it moves, then it will take 3 hours more. You have to find the distance traveled by the train. So here 3 things are there. One is about the distance, the speed and the timing. So we will assume the sum and work it out like this, that the speed of the train be x kilometers per hour and the time taken be t and the distance covered by it be d. Now the formula is distance, speed is distance by time. So x speed is time in t and distance d. So xt is equal to d. You will get an important statement. Am I right? Now, first statement telling is that from the usual speed, if the train increases the speed, यानी पहले x है, अभी x plus 10 है, the time will reduce by 2. पहले t time था, now it will be t minus 2 hours. So speed is distance upon time. So this into this, will be equal to d. Open the bracket. xt minus twice x plus 10t minus 20 is d. Now xt value is d. We are already derived it. So in place of xt you can put d. And then the equation will look like this. Out of that d and d cancels out. So your equation will be reduced to 10t is equal to twice x plus 20 on the other side. Take out 2 common, so 5t is equal to x plus 10, first equation. Clear till here? Now the second situation given is if the speed of the train reduces by 10 kilometers. यानी अब वो x minus 10 धीरे जा रही है. In that case the time will increase by 3 hours. So speed is distance upon time. Multiply. You will get the statement. Open the bracket. xt plus thrice x minus 10t is minus 30 is d. Now xt value earlier we had taken how much? D. So that xt value is d. Remaining part as it is you write. dd cancels out on both the sides. So 3x minus 30 is plus 10t. Nothing comes out common. So this is your second equation. This is your first equation. You can solve this equation by elimination or substitution method and get the value. Clear? Next. The students of a class are made to stand in rows. Assembly में row में खड़े रहते हैं. Okay. If 3 students are added in a row, then there would be 1 row less. Okay, means rows number is reduced and number of students in the row is increased. But if 3 students are less in the row, then the number of rows will increase by 2. Find the total number of students in the class. So here also 3 different values are there. One is you should know the number of rows. You should also know the number of students in each row. Then only you will know the students in the class. So here you will assume in this manner. Let the number of rows be x and number of students in each row be y. So total number of students will be x into y. First statement given in your text is that if 3 students are in a row extra, then 1 row will be less. Number of row may say 1 come if there are 3 students more in each row. Earlier it was y students, now it is 3 more. So this will be your first statement. Open the bracket. X into y xy plus 3x minus y minus 3 is xy. xy cancels out. Left out is first equation. Second statement is if 2 rows are more, then 3 students will be less in each row. 3 students less in each row if 2 rows are more. Again open the bracket. xy cancels out. Remaining is the equation. Solve these 2 equations by elimination or substitution. And then substitute in x and y because total number of students is asked and total number of students value is xy. So x and y को multiply करें, that will give you total number of students. Is that clear till then? Next sum which you are having is measure angle C is 3 times measure angle B is 2 times total of A plus B. Find the 3 angles. Okay. So what should you do? This is a statement given to you. First of all, we will solve this much portion. 3 times B is 2 times A plus 2 times B, correct? So this crosses, angle B will be twice A or twice A minus B will be 0. First equation. Now we know that sum of all the 3 angles is 180. In that C value, can I substitute 3B because it's given to you C is 3B. So C 3B, if I substitute, I'll get total 4B. So A plus 4 times B is 180. Second equation. First and second equations. So either by elimination or by substitution, you can get A and B values. Substitute and you get the C value. समझ पड़ी गई? Understood or not? कहाँ पे substitute करोगे A and B values? A and B are directly getting. For C, where should you substitute? C is thrice B. So whatever is B value, its 3 times will be C value. Clear? Okay. The last question of this chapter. You have to draw the equation of these two. Graph of these two equations and then determine the coordinates of vertices of a triangle formed by these lines with the y-axis. We had a similar sum in the 3.2 exercise. In that you had to find the vertices of the triangle formed by lines with the x-axis. In this particular sum you have to find the lines with the y-axis. So 2 equations which are given to you. 5x minus y is 5. So its y form you will find out. Correct? And then prepare the table. I told you this table preparation will be your own supposition, but always it will be easier that first you take x value 0, so y value will be minus 5. Second time x value 1 if you take, then 5 minus 5 will be 0. Third value is not required, but karna ho to you can take. 2 is enough. Same way, second equation, y form, again suppose 0, minus 3 you will get, x value 1, 0 you will get. Again third value is not required. Okay. Now you plot these points, approximately you will get a graph something like this. In the exam, board exam, last page of your board answer sheet will be a graph paper. In the previous video I said you won't be given, actually it will be a graph paper. But whether graphical question is asked or not, that is not sure. Because usually it is not asked from this chapter. Drawing of graph is not asked. But still for practice, if you learn it, it would be better. So here see, I have considered only these two and these 2 points. 0 and minus 5, 1 and 0. 0 and minus 5, 1 and 0. I will draw a line passing through them. Second is 0 and minus 3, 1 and 0. 0 and minus 3, 1 and 0. I will draw another line passing. Now these 2 lines, this line and this line, they are intersecting with the y-axis over here, and this is the triangle formed. So I have to find out the coordinates of this triangle. Okay. So coordinates are 0, minus 3, 0, minus 5, 1 and 0. Understood? So with this, the chapter is over. Third chapter is over. Correct? So now, in the next class, we will start with a new chapter. Please see to it that you complete all the sums. I have discussed practically every sum of the text of this chapter. Clear? Only in those cases, last exercise I said that I have derived the equations for you and solution of the equation was left to you, because that much at least you can try. Yes or no? Because they are by elimination and substitution method, which is easier. Okay? Thank you.